Hi, welcome back to Living Life Ministries video blogs. If you're joining me today and you think something looks different, I'm not in the office today. I'm sitting in the living room. And the reason for that is Thanksgiving weekend just passed, and I want to talk about Thanksgiving. And when I think of Thanksgiving, I think of home. And so I thought I'd shoot this video today in a living room setting instead of the office setting because it's just a little bit more comfortable. And in fact, I think I'll even lose the tie. There you go. Maybe I can do a button. But for today's video, mainly I want to talk about is Thanksgiving. Now, Thanksgiving weekend, and if you're Canadian, Thanksgiving weekend just passed. And if you're American, it's coming up next month. But when you're watching this, I want you to remember that Thanksgiving can be stressful for a lot of people for many different reasons. You get together with family, and there's a possibility that there's people in the family that you have friction with, bad history. Or it can be a money thing. You know, you got to throw a big Thanksgiving dinner a lot of the time. And sometimes for a lot of people like myself, it's multiple dinners. So there's a lot of travel. There's a lot of money to be spent. But what I want to do a little bit is talk about my weekend that I just had. And maybe shed some light and experience your way to maybe for next year that you'll have a more pleasant Thanksgiving because it can be very stressful. Now, for my personal life, I had 3 Thanksgiving dinners this Thanksgiving, which is a lot. It was a lot of food. I first went to my father's place, and we had Thanksgiving there with him and his wife. And from that, after that, we went to my mother's place, and we had Thanksgiving with my mother and my half brother. And on the Thanksgiving Monday, me and my fiance went to her grandparents for a third Thanksgiving dinner, and I couldn't imagine not having this dynamic. You know, a long time ago when I was a kid, I only had one Thanksgiving dinner, and now I have 3, and it's kind of fun because I get to have different styles of Thanksgiving dinners and different desserts and different people, and it's a lot of fun. But for a lot of people, the idea of 3 Thanksgiving dinners with 3 different chunks of family could be very stressful, and some people may even have more dinners or more people, and that can tie a lot of people down. So I want to give some advice when it comes to Thanksgiving dinner is to plan well far in advance. Now, we generally call each other a couple weeks beforehand and say, okay, when are we all going to get together? Because my brother comes in from out of town to come to my mom's place, and my dad has to set it up with his wife, and they have to do all the cooking, and my mom does all the cooking at her place, and then my fiance's grandparents, they usually have some friends and family that they also go see, so we have to organize with them. So there's a lot of planning because there's always, multiplications. However many people you need to see, those people are likely going to see the same amount of people. So we always try to plan well in advance, so it's not so stressful. Don't try to do it at the last minute, because if you try to do it at the last minute, everything's going to kind of jumble up. So with the Christmas season coming, there's going to be a lot of the same stuff because a lot of people get together for a Christmas dinner and or presents the next day, and there can be a lot of jumbling and stuff like that, and a lot of frustration. So plan well in advance. Number 2, another piece of advice I want to talk about is, like with me, just like everybody else, there's always conflict in family. I'm very blessed in the sense that there's no major conflicts in my family, but there are frictions. Like me and my sister, if anybody ever knows me and my sister, we get on each other's nerves. I like to poke at her and she pokes back. And sometimes, someone goes a little too far and the claws and the teeth come out. But we're human just like everybody else. But in a lot of cases, it's not something simple like sibling rivalry. Sometimes, the scars and the resentment go a lot deeper. So when you get together for the holidays, that can cause a lot of friction, and especially when you're trying to juggle and plan a bunch of stuff, those frictions can make it a whole lot worse. So I want you to go back to my forgiveness blog and videos, whether you're a follower of the blog or the videos, and take a look at the advice on forgiveness, because practicing healthy forgiveness is something that's going to help you during the holidays. Now, even if the upset is something really big, sometimes you just need to swallow your pride and swallow your anger for a little bit to get through the weekend. And that doesn't mean bury it and push it away forever. But sometimes that means, you just have to say, you know what, I'm human, they're human, we have a problem, but this could be a fun weekend if I let it be. And another piece of advice is don't try to change anybody over the holidays. A lot of time people get together over the holidays and they see this as an opportunity to get their point of view in the other person's head. And don't try to do this. Don't try to change people over the holidays. Just try to get together and have that light conversation, have the talks. Eventually, everybody's going to have to sort out the problems because you're just going to always be apart if you're not. But you don't have to destroy a weekend with petty fights and frictions. So when it comes to the holiday seasons, whether it be Christmas, Thanksgiving, Easter, any particular event where a family gets together and you have a dinner or you plan a big event, try to practice those two things. Plan well ahead. Practice goal setting. Plan the time. Plan when people are going to get there, when people are going to eat, and kind of set a schedule for the weekend. And that really helps a lot. And to practice healthy forgiveness, because when you can forgive people for what they've done just because they're arid people, and we're all sinners in the sense where we screw up and we make mistakes. So don't be too hard on them, and don't be too hard on yourself. Just say, we're human. We'll do our best to get through it. We'll try better the next time, and try to forgive and forget. And if you can't forgive and forget yet, if that's not a stage you've reached, then don't try to bring it up during the holidays. That's not a time for, getting your point across and, settling a score. If you want to sit down and talk about something reasonably, that's understandable, but don't try to get into a fight. Don't try to get angry. That's not going to solve anything. The best thing that you can do is just try to make a good memory between you and the person that you have frustration with. Because if anything's going to help solidify your bond and help you get over those hurdles, it's going to be good memories and healthy activities together. So I hope you'll listen to that. And to kind of wrap up, I just want to offer some things that I'm thankful for, because we are talking about Thanksgiving. Personally, I'm very thankful for my family. I'm very thankful for my friends and my loved ones, my fiance. And when I look around in the world, I'm thankful for all the love and support that's out there, and all you viewers that are giving me support in the beginning of my ministry. A lot of people don't have hope anymore. And the more I try to share hope and share advice and positive feedback to other people, I get a lot of that back, and I see a lot more of it. And I'm very thankful for that. Now, what I want you guys to try to do this week, if Thanksgiving just passed for you, if you're Canadian, or if it's coming up if you're American, I want you to really try to think about what you're thankful for. Because if those things left, life would be a lot harder. So you want to show your appreciations in life. And if you check out my blog, I put a bunch of passages from the Bible that speak about giving thanks to God. So if you have a couple graces coming up in the holiday seasons that you want some lines for, it's a great place to start and look. And it's also good for a personal reflection if you just want to. Sometimes it's nice to recite off a biblical passage in your personal prayers and your personal thanks. So I hope you guys take it easy. Don't stress too much. Have fun with the holidays. Enjoy your family. Enjoy your friends. And God bless. Goodbye.